Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Gonna wait to see if. Hi, Mom. I'm running behind. We've got up a little earlier, and my my partials, my bottom partial is bothering me. It feels like I have a sore on my mouth, gum. Um, yeah. I last night I don't know if something got under it, but it felt sore. So before I went to bed, a bit before, well, I went to bed a little later, but I took it out to let it rest. But this morning when I put it in, I felt it a little bit more. How are you doing, Mom? Yeah, I wanted to talk about our electric last week. Last week, last Wednesday, it was tomorrow, a week ago, around 5:30ish in the morning, all of a sudden I woke up and Dewey was like, power just went out, and it was completely dark in the bedroom, which it would be anyhow. I mean, we have cardboard over our windows from way back when we moved in. I used to work at nights occasionally, so I wanted it completely dark so that I could sleep during the day, that I could work at night. That was when I was working at the hotel, or motel, really. And so, anyhow, and it's kind of nice to have it completely dark because when it's thundering, you just hear thundering. You don't see the lightning, and it's not as scary. Although I like lightning too. Anyways, um, and we waited. I tried to sleep, but I have a CPAP, and of course that takes electric. And so it finally came on around 7:30, and it was like, I'm so glad it came on. But I just had a feeling the rest of that day that somehow that it might go back off. But I'm like, oh, because this is a situation, well, not a situation, but this is how it is for us. Several years ago, there was a line of storms come through. Mom, you remember, and it knocked almost everybody's electric out. I mean, Mom's electric was out, even. They went down, her and Grandma was still alive. They went down to my sister's because they had a generator running, and they went down there for the couple days. And it was, but our electric only went out for maybe 15 minutes. And occasionally our electric goes out, but not often. One time it went out for about 12 hours. That snowed. And I remember I was watching the thermometer. It dropped a degree an hour, and we were staying under blankets and stuff. And I mean, we survived. But anyways, so Wednesday night, a storm came through, and I'm like, okay. And what was funny, storm was gone. And all of a sudden, the power went off again. I'm like, okay. And it was out for about an hour. And I set the clocks again in the bedroom. And we went to bed, and always honky dory. And next morning we got up, and Dewey had an appointment over in St. Clairsville. So we went to that. By the time we came home, the power was back on, but we saw that it was out. I even went into the bedroom to make sure that the clock was blinking, and sure enough, it was blinking. Because, well, we have another light that is a bug light, but if the electric goes out, well, it automatically goes to the bright light. So that night, I went to bed, but I didn't. All my devices, my watch, my phone, my tablet, all were dead. So I didn't set the time until Thursday morning, but so far it hasn't went off again. So, no, actually, Mom, we do not have our heater going yet. Which I sleep with oxygen, but we have the oxygen. I have the oxygen thing in the bathroom because the bathroom is right beside our bedroom. And I don't really want that in the bedroom, partly for the noise and because that thing really throws off heat. But we have also a fan in the bathroom that has it has the temperature on it, and usually sometimes it's like 86 when we get up, but this morning, or 80, but this morning it was 76. So no, we don't have the heater on, but it's not. Of course, out here in the living room, it's not that terrible. I mean, it's a decent uh, temperature, I think. I'm not cold yet. And yeah, we won't likely turn it on until it's cold. I mean, we have to be chilly before we have it coming on. So, yeah, I want to ask you guys to, well, Mom, anybody who watches this on the rerun, hi. Don't forget to give this program a thumbs up. But I do want to ask you guys to pray for Mama Kayla. Mama, I'm going to post her video down below. She's having some health problems, and you should go and watch that sometime, but just pray for her because what she has coming up would make it that she couldn't crochet anymore. And I can't imagine how it would be not to be able to crochet anymore. I mean, that would be devastating. So pray for her. I'm going to link her video below. And Mom, I might just send it to you because, yeah. So anyhow, I've been stuck on a hat making hats. And I know you saw some of this. Yeah, Mom. Blanket would be good if you're cold. Okay, here's one of the hats that I made the last week or two. Yeah, I would like to get more. Oh, I don't. Here's a basket weave hat that I made. Actually, this yarn is a marl yarn, but I didn't use that much yarn, so can't really see it. Here's another hat. This is a hat that, oh boy, I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. I love making this pattern. And then here's another basket weave. And I knitted the brim of it. I don't think I'll always do that, but I'm thinking I need to put another basket weave hat on my hook. But yeah, I knitted that, and while it worked, the first one actually I gave to my niece, but it just, I don't know, I didn't like it that well. It did work, but here I made another hat. I didn't do my end here yet. Yeah, this hat, I ran out of this purple and I thought, well, I'll just add the purple underneath. So then I made this hat. And Mom, I did make it a little bit bigger. It does, I can see that it works better that way. And then I'm trying to make a shawl with the same pattern. But I'm having a problem with it. I don't think I'm gonna do any single crochet because it just might be okay. I might just but yeah, I think I'll just use double crochets, and it'll just be, yeah, I decided to make it bigger, even for, I mean, because like Mom, she has a bigger head, and well, if I donate these, I want it to be able to fit people's head instead of, so it might fit my head, but then again, I don't have much hair. I do have hair, don't worry. But if I had a bun yet or something, or a ponytail, which I'm thinking about, I'm not sure. But, oh, and then, yeah, I'm working on this. I will have to finish that. And I'm making this hat. I tell you, this hat, I guess it's working out all right. But it's almost too variegated for the stitches I'm using. You can't really, stitches are kind of getting lost, especially in the dark part, because it's just, but that, although that is beautiful yarn, it's hard to crochet with. If I I was gonna make that, use that, and I have another yarn that I was gonna teach Amy, my niece, how to crochet. I think right now she's not wanting to learn, which that's completely fine. So I might just use the other that I got for her, use that and make hats from it. And later, if she decides she wants to learn after all, I'll just get another skein. So yeah, that yarn is beautiful, but it's harder to see, especially if you're just learning to crochet. Her, the yarn that I got for her actually might be a little bit harder because it was um okay, it's um yeah, it's just harder to see. Now after it's getting to the lavender color, it's a lot easier to see the stitches and stuff. But if I didn't want to count those stitches, it would be fine because, but the hats, I'm getting to into a love and hate relationship with counting. But usually I'm getting better with just counting and not getting off. But sometimes I'm counting and then all of a sudden I'm like, am I ready for 30 or where was I? Where did was I? Then I have to start all over. And of course when it's small, in the first couple rows, it's round, it's not so bad. But get into the upper rounds, like 72, yeah, it's kind of a bummer to have to start over. But that's what you do if you're a crocheter. So you said you're tired, Mom. But, well, I guess, well, I'm not quite as tired as I was last night, but yeah. So Dewey's still in bed. He's sleeping. I thought, well, I'll let him sleep while I'm on here. So, I, Mom, I don't know if you saw my last video or not, but okay, Mom. But um, I want to try to maybe put a video out every other day, video or going live, which I would like to just put a video out. It'll be short, but like between 5 to 10 minutes. And sometimes it just might be my ramblings like it is right now. But yeah, that's okay. I mean, hello. Oh, hi, Kim. How are you doing? I was just showing Mom, well, Mom was the only one in here, but I was showing her the hats that I was crocheting, and I made this hat. I made this hat. This is a Bag O' Day uh, latest. Well, I don't. She might have another hat out, and I made this, and now I'm trying to make a shawl to match the hat. I'm doing good, Kim. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic. You didn't hear about our electric woes last week, but if you want to watch it later, that's fine. No, I didn't make the scarf. I don't know. The scarf, I do sometimes make the scarf, but this time I just wanted to make a hat and a shawl. And who would do, I mean, who would wear a hat and a shawl? But I'm like, well, I might, that's maybe something I would um you do, wear a hat and a shawl and call it a day. It's Mary Maxman Best Value. I got it. Actually, this is one of the. Did I get more than one? No, I didn't. That's where it was in a Mary Maxman's mystery box. When it's a medium weight 4, yeah, and so yeah, I I have two skeins. I haven't broken to the second skein, but I will probably have to. But it was like I had it for several months. And I'm like, I might as well use it. And I, um, oh, there goes my hook. And then I'm also making baby blanket. I have to uh, change colors now. I have the yarn and stuff out here, but I haven't done it yet. But this is a third of the blanket. I'm making it for, actually, it's our pastor's daughter. She's pregnant and she's due in November. And yeah, it's not too bad of a yarn. I I like it. The green, I I didn't know if I would like a deeper green, but I do like that green too. So yeah, I was also talking about that would be neat. Yeah, I'm making this another hat like that. I love that hat. This is Manila ombre, and I think the deeper purples up here is the stitches are getting lost in it, but so be. I may keep this myself because purple is my favorite color. But yeah, I was telling Mom that yarn, it's so, especially when it's darker and variegated, it's harder to see the stitches. And yeah, it's, I love the yarn, and I got that. I was going to use that, and now I got another color that to teach my niece on how to crochet. But I'm thinking I might want a solid color, especially for me to show her if right now she's kind of, she doesn't want to learn. So, and that's fine. I mean, I don't want to push her into anything, which I don't know if she lost her daddy uh, almost 3 months ago, and I don't know if that had anything to play in, or it might have been even before that she thought crocheting is boring, which, if that is the case, I mean, so be it. Exactly. I the green and the purple, I have made lavender too. It's a lot easier to see. And yeah, even if I was going to be using the purple to show her how, it would be better if it would be in solid color. Exactly. I think mom maybe left. Oh, okay. She's gonna have to. Think she's getting her meal right now, so she'll be leaving. Bye, mom. If you're still here, she might have been gone already. You know how YouTube is. It's slow, and not slow, but it's couple seconds behind, like 20 seconds. I've heard already. So yeah, like I told mom, um, I will link Mama Kayla, Mama Llama Kayla's video down below. Let's pray for her because she's having some problems, and problems she's having, and it if it goes a certain way, she won't be able to crochet anymore, and that would be just devastating. If I can't imagine. I mean, yeah, I haven't been crocheting that terrible long, but not being able to crochet would just be terrible. I mean, yeah. Well, I've been on for about 30 minutes. I might go soon. Yeah, I was running late this morning. I, yeah. So, oh, sweet. Did you ever find the other? I have been, it was the last 5 years about 6 years. I've really been doing it. Um, Actually, it might have been 7. I learned how to crochet just a few simple stitches, and then I got sick, and then I also uh, found YouTube University, and I've learned more stitches and a lot more stuff. So yeah, so it's been about 7 years, which when I had a job, it was, of course, I didn't have as much time to crochet. But now, since I'm doing it's my husband, his caregiver, it's a lot easier to do it. It's kind of a therapy to me because if I would just be, I mean, you have to do some stuff just, you know, but it's like therapy to me. I joke, kind of joke. I'm like, yes, I have to buy the yarn, and and yeah, I mean, I do try to get it when it's on sale. So somebody already asked recently if we have any regrets on buying yarn, Well, I don't if there's a good sale on it. Like one time, I think it was Hobby Lobby's sale last year. I went in, and now I do maybe have a few regrets there because actually I just might have to do it. But anyways, I went in at $1.25 for a skein, I'm like, this can't be beat. So I got a lot of yarn. It was like $60. And Dewey was out in the car because he can't get around much. And so I came out and I had this receipt and I told him it's a good, sale on it. And yeah, I came out and he looked at the receipt, which he doesn't always, but he does look at receipts sometimes. And he's like, $60? He said, I said, yeah, but I had like 3, 4 big bags. I'm like, yeah, but this is all I've got a lot. I could have, how how much $60 goes. I mean, if you just go get yarn without being on sale, and now especially yarn has went up, and it's just crazy how high it's been. And yeah, so yeah, so yeah, but I got stuff that I did not need, but not let's take the need away. It was exactly. I I sometimes get stuff from Premiere when it's not on sale, but I am gonna make it. Or I see a sale, and I know I have something that I want to make, so I go and buy it. Like the anti-peeling everyday DK, they sometimes have it for 3 for $10, which I think that's fantastic. Of course, you have to pay shipping unless you get $75 worth, but usually I'm like, even if I have to pay something for shipping, it's still better than getting yarn that you didn't, well, then again, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, so I have some thin yarn that I did get, and I have thought about making shawls with it. I might just have to do that yet, but it would be more loose flowing shawl. So some of it is like 2 weight, and it's like seriously, which I do like to 2 weight. Yeah, actually, Mary Maxman, that's where I got the last anti-peeling everyday DK because they had it for $1 cheaper than the Premier, but they didn't have the color that I really wanted. But so you have to shop around, that's for sure. And usually, well, the only time that I really just pay for yarn outright is Walmart. Okay, it's not. Oh man, but I can't get nothing until the 3rd. He doesn't get paid until the 3rd, and I don't know. Yeah, I that's the thing. I just don't have money. And but yeah, I last Thursday when we were in St. Clairsville, they had a Ollie's and they had Michael's, and I was gonna go in and look, and I'm like, I didn't end up going in because I knew if I would find some good yarn on good sale, it would have been almost impossible to leave it. I know one time I went to Ollie's and they um had all right, thank you for coming in, Affordably Crafty, and thanks for talking to me a little bit. And you have fun editing that. Yeah, I have a video that I need to edit. But back to my story. One time I went to Ollie's and they had some good yarn. And I got several, and Miriam, one of my sisters, was like, "You didn't borrow money to get all of it?" I'm like, "No, I don't think I did borrow any from my sister Laura to get it that time." But yeah, she's like, you know, to her, she would have just got all of it, which it was quite a few. So, but yeah, I even thought I could make hats out of that yarn. And yeah, I don't always look at Ollie's, but and in Zanesville, we go to Zanesville. That store is is in South Zanesville, is further, and occasionally I go and look at it, but it's been a while. Actually, I haven't really bought any yarn. The last time I bought yarn was at Mary Maxman a couple months ago. Well, it's 37 minutes now, and I may just get off of here for now. So, thanks, guys, for coming in, even you guys, rewatchers. I hope I'll see you again in 2 weeks. I go live every other week on Tuesday morning at 10:15 something. So yeah, hopefully next time I won't be running in behind like I have been was today. But yeah, Ollie's do put in their flyers. I haven't looked at their flyers for a while because one thing, yeah, I didn't have money and I wasn't gonna. But I should look before I go there since it's so further. But Ollie's, or in St. Clairsville, it's right there by the mall, which Michael's it's too, and so forth. Yeah, so, well, thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, Jesus loves you, and I love you too. Bye.